Welcome back, everyone. Now, Prime Minister Scott Morrison thinks social media is dangerous. He's called on the tech giants to take more responsibility for the fake news on the platform and for children using their services.
Yep, we're going to get today's take on this with Benny Fordham from 9 and 2GB and Shelley Horton.
Hey,
nice to see you both. Thanks for coming on Fordo. Scott Morrison's daughters aren't on social media. Is the Prime Minister right to be concerned?
Oh, look, I'm a bit torn on this. I just think social media is a mirror holding up a mirror against what's going on in society. I don't think there's... Yes, there are elements of what's happening on social media which are probably unsavoury or dangerous. There's bullying, there's trolling, there's fake news, but quite frankly, there's fake news in other parts of the media as well. There's bullying in society, there's trolling in society. I'm not convinced that it's the evil empire is social media, and there's a hell of a lot of good that comes as a result of social media as well.
Yeah,
Couldn't disagree more.
Okay.
Could not disagree more.
Bring it.
Basically, I think we need to protect children. And you know what? The bullying has become worse because they don't get to go home and have a refuge from it. They actually are still getting accessed in their rooms on social media. So I think that it has made it worse. And I think, I'm shocked that I'm saying I agree with ScoMo, but I think for children it is dangerous. Now, once they get to adulthood, they can make choices and they can block things and they can understand what is bullying, what's trolling and what's fake news. But I don't think kids can. And I think we've got too many children committing suicide for us to not go back to Facebook, Twitter and Instagram and say, you have to be more responsible.
Or is it the parents who need the responsibility to say this is not a thing that's appropriate for children? Because by the sounds of things, what you're saying is it's not age appropriate for children, just like alcohol may not be or driving may not be.
There's adult content that can be accessed on social media platforms that really, you know, in other aspects of life, we do regulate it. We give movies an R rating or we, you know, but that isn't.
But even on some of them it just says, click this button if you're over 18. Now that's not actually testing whether or not they are, you know, being checked. So I think at least when you go to a bar, someone's going to check your ID.
But no one's checking your ID when you're jumping on the internet. And the internet isn't social media per se.
No.
And you have a think of the kind of things that can be accessed. I think the first time, you know, kids see porn is online. It's not necessarily through...
That age is it's becoming younger and younger. And if you think about...
But that's the internet. How do you stop the internet?
Freddie and Pearl and
Well,
Maggie,
can't.
I don't want her to see those images when she's in primary
So
school.
you've got to educate her and monitor what she's doing.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's access initially. Don't give them access.
No.
Yeah. Also making news, a high school in Tassie is implementing a tough new late policy. Students will be suspended if they arrive more than 5 minutes after the bell. They'll also be disciplined if caught out of class without a pass. Parents are outraged over this and annoyed that a child could miss an entire day of schooling for just being 5 minutes late. Shelley, what do you think?
I love it.
Really?
I think it's about time they treated school a bit more seriously. So 5 minutes late is not okay. I actually think if you make it really strict like this, they'll start to get there 5 minutes early and then they will have all of their learning. And you know what? A lot of this is going to be parents who are late themselves, dropping kids off at school and stuff like that. They're going to have to pick their act up. I have no problem.
Can we adopt this policy into real life for adults as well? Because the amount of people I know who just routinely and religiously turn up 5, 10, 15 minutes late.
Oh,
no, that's unfair.
I did it once.
That's unfair. He's
And he was suspended.
one of the most reliable people I know.
We love you, Dickie, but he's always late.
I
he's
am
not.
always
He's
late.
not.
He is.
I was
I've
late
known this man
once.
a long time.
Well,
He's
I
not
sit
always
next to him
late.
just about every day
But does
now,
he
so-
send you a text? Do you know what he does? If he's running late, he sends a text.
Yeah.
If you're meeting him at 10 o'clock, he sends you a text at 10 o'clock saying, mate, I'm running 5
That
minutes
really
late.
annoys me.
That
That's
doesn't
still running
annoy me.
late. Still running late.
It's like you're supposed to be here at 10 o'clock, not sending me a text at 10 o'clock.
Supposed to be here at 9:30, actually.
9 o'clock. Stay with us, guys. When we come back, could your birthday cake be making you sick? Why experts say you shouldn't blow out those candles. A group of Sydney schoolgirls say they're being discriminated against after their local mall banned them from hanging out in groups of 3 or more.
Shelley and Ben are here with us to discuss. Shelley, the mall claims teenagers drive customers away. Do you reckon they do?
Well, look, if you go through the whole article, it actually says not just driving customers away, but they're in big groups and they have been knocking over younger children. They've actually been upsetting elderly customers. So in this case, think that there are two sides to this story. And if these girls want to say this is age discrimination, I want them then charged with assault if they knock over a younger kid, because they can't have both ways. I'm on the mall side.
Wow.
It's loitering,
Yeah, man.
really, isn't it?
You really are filling in for
I am Prue today.
McSween
The role
My
of Prue
God.
McSween is played by Shelley
What's
Morton.
going on?
No, she's
Can't
right.
hang out in a group of 3? Well, that's the crime that these young women, I don't care
Well,
whether
they're
they're
just
young,
loitering.
old, men or women or girls or boys, they're hanging out in a business place, in a legal spot where you want to encourage people to come there and spend some money and prop up business. I'm sorry, when they're there, they're going to be buying stuff while they're there.
Yeah, just from a commercial perspective, you're kind of shutting out potential
I
business,
just
aren't
don't
you?
get it. Like,
Well,
what's,
no,
what's
but you're
wrong with
also,
some-
if you're scaring off elderly
Scaring?
customers...
Well, they shouldn't be.
'cause
Can
they
we bring
are
up the photo?
knocking
Can we bring up the
people
photo
over.
of these frightening young ladies again that Shelley is afraid of? Have a
Listen.
look at these girls, and you're telling me that you're
Yes.
scared of that, are you?
Oh,
got
come on.
Oh,
gang
they're
written
wearing a
all over
hoodie.
it.
They're just
Honestly.
kids.
It's like a gang sign, I'm sure.
Hey,
Somewhere.
girls,
A
girls,
secret
I'm
sign.
with you 100%. I'm with you. Don't you worry. You
Ben's
keep
in
going
your
in there.
corner.
Go and buy a finger bun.
You'd rather they were hanging out at the mall than getting into mischief out on the streets or something, wouldn't
I think
you?
it's the same thing.
Oh,
Yep.
gosh.
Let's move on. How
Mall's
do you
a
feel?
safe environment.
How do you feel about birthday candles on a cake? Because apparently it's quite unhygienic. When you think about it, studies show when you blow out the candles on a cake, you're essentially spitting on it, and it increases the bacteria by 1,400%, Shelley.
yes.
That's quite a lot of
I
percent.
think
Happy
great. Like, seriously.
birthday.
We need a few more
I
hundred
think
candles on
we
these
need a
cakes.
few more germs. We need to build up our immunity, so I'm not going to
21.
worry
Do you know
about
how you do it?
birthday
Yes,
cakes.
this
Do
is
you know
how
how you
Mitt-
do it so you
Mitt
don't
Romney
blow on
does
it?
it like this.
You do this.
Oh, here we
This
go.
is how you do it. You ready?
Oh,
You just
God.
go this.
Oh!
See?
Sorcery is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, you've just discovered the new way of getting rid of the candles on the
actually
cake
genius.
Yeah.
without spitting
never seen
all
that.
over the chocolate cake.
I have never
Thank
seen
you.
that before.
Can we please make that go
Good
viral?
night.
Can you, if you do it again, will they come back?
Ready?
I'm not David Copperfield.
You're Harry Potter.
You've now learned how to
Nice.
do it. That's how to do it. And you know what? It works too at a birthday. Everyone sings you the
Kids,
song
yeah,
and
then
you
you
go,
clap.
bam.
Can
and
we
they're
look at
out.
that again? Can we
No,
do an
what?
action
I want to
replay?
see
This
it
is
again.
not. This is
We
not
can
the
replay.
tennis.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, we just.
Oh,
missed him
great
doing it, but-
replay. What? Jeez. Can we get Wide World of Sports in here, please, and actually have a look at a replay?
Slow-mo it.
Turn Ben's lights
There'll
out.
be one
Turn
at
them
some
out.
stage.
You're a wizard, Mr. Forden.
Oh, thank you very much. Is that a weird accent?
Yeah, I was trying to be Hagrid.
Cockney.
You're a
Thank
wizard,
you, Shelley.
Forden.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Let us know what you think
Wow.
on Facebook and Twitter. Is Ben a wizard?
Yes.
Coming up on Today Extra, we have the perfect DIY.